Welcome back, everyone. Apologies for the delay. We're having some bandwidth issues, but we should be back now.
You've probably also just missed like 4 minutes of the game because like you would have lost the bits in the middle that were on the stream delay. So to catch you up, it's basically probably the exact same as it was before, except the top lane has gone really well for creep enjoyers.
Yeah, there's a tower down and drums are up.
Yeah.
Fabio's here with a haste rune in his bottle and an echo slam ready to go. So we might see. However, Morgs does pick up Rock Lee there. His putty's getting quite low. I think
Holy Diver taking a ton
heard
of
Holy
damage from his
Diver's ulti go down though. So Morgs is kind of just happy. Big echo slam comes down, and yep, that's the power of a haste rune.
Yeah, and plus all the Eidolon damage there. Like Holy Diver literally just like sat around the Eidolons there for, I don't know, 30 seconds, took like 3 volleys of hits, and then Earthshaker runs up and kills him. So
that's exactly what you want to see coming out of your mid hero.
Yeah.
Zip up and kill the other one. Putty picking up the Winston Rune as well.
That's big for the Earthshaker too. Like we said, if this game is going to go well, Fabio's has to get ahead and Enigma has to get ahead. And to be honest, they're both doing really well right now. He's a level ahead of the Lina, so... Can we get the net worth on the game stats done?
Thank you. Yeah, look at that. Holy crap.
Yeah.
4.3k. We ain't even at 10 minutes yet.
Yeah. Now the two carries are pretty even, but we imagine, like with its sort of lead, that the it's going to be the offlaner and the mid on creep enjoyers that are going to get make some plays earlier this game.
We're going to see a drums and probably a mech up pretty quickly here.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, Undying
goes down to Pod. Poddy goes down to Holy Dive, sorry. Oh my god, these
lot of
zombies
damage
are
coming in
doing
from
bits,
these
though. The Eidolons as well. The black hole, and down he goes.
Nice, that's a big black hole.
Without a doubt worthwhile. Oh, he's blocked in. Nice kill from Fabius. It's all kind of falling apart here for a second for side of Cavan.
It is,
not having a tower up top here is making his life very difficult.
Yeah, I mean and
they're actually going on him here as well, but looks things Ali is extending in.
I think without ulti on Enigma, I don't think they can kill him here. But I mean, he doesn't mind the tower being gone completely because it just means the creeps push into him, so that's nice. But it's just worth saying that these heroes, like, they do have a run at them element. Like, if the Enigma and the Earthshaker are just way richer than the heroes on Cavan, they can definitely just run at them. So, it does seem like that's what's happening right now.
Did Holy Diver just cancel his own TP, or did he have?
Oh,
he was TP in the middle and
by
lost his TP. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He has really fallen down.
Feeling himself here. He's so deep, but he has that echo slam and he sees the creep stack. So
he's about to buy 2 blink daggers too. So that's gonna be huge. Yeah.
One for jumping in. One
big
for
impact.
out.
Big impact.
That's what you want. Yeah. Ooh, Ali goes down. That's just the power of that Lina build.
Yeah.
Big echo slam as Jojo goes down too with the stacks as well. Koi turn up though. Does get the break off on Fabius. He's going to drop low. Koi dies, however. Seer turning up to pick up the easy kill on Fabius at the end though, and should just walk away.
Good rotation by the DK there too, and we do see why the Viper is actually the Earthshaker into the Viper isn't actually that bad, because the physical damage from your second is actually pretty good. So right there, yeah. But I mean, maybe sticking around a bit too long there and creeping Enjoyers, like Undying going down as well, did not seem necessary.
Mortal here stunned. Maybe get a little closer. Ali turning up to try and save him. Might pay for it with his life.
Role here, I think, yeah.
Yeah, the life is a support. Down he goes.
I mean, it is better than the DK dying, but I don't think they needed to lose Undying or Zeus there, to be honest, if they just backed out.
Staying too long there.
You can't really kite out fights against this Lina, like it just does too much damage, so.
He is, however, feeling like going on him, but a little brazen, considering he knows the rest of the team were there.
And the
he
break
might go down for it too. He does. That was
not quite the play.
Interesting decision making.
Typical carry maneuver. 5 guys for my life, and I throw it away.
It's always easier to say it was a mistake when we can see the whole map, but maybe he thought they'd left. I don't know. Morgs up here is just quite happily farming away for the entire game. He's actually opting to go for pipe first. So Morgs, big fan of this pipe, considering it was on the Pangolier as well.
Yeah,
it really favours
it. Maybe a big aura fan, obviously.
Expecting Raddy to come out on Lifestealer, Lina, Viper. I suppose there's a lot of magic damage on the side of Cavan.
Yeah. But we saw there as well how easy it is to melt the DK with the Viper ulti. Like, really, DK, unless, like, he has all the other heroes there that he can distract the Viper with, he can't really play into the fights like that. So, just got to be a bit more careful, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. That counter pick
But
was
they
there
still
for
have
a reason.
They still have a good net worth lead on Creep Enjoyers right now. If they just get these early items on the Earthshaker and the Enigma, they should be fine. So
Absolutely. I imagine Enigma now will just kind of keep farming, get his pipe, get his blink, and then we'll see this game just devolve.
no,
Oh my god.
black hole used.
That I don't know what happened there. He did actually
good.
get the creep in the black hole, but just opted not to continue it once he saw life.
Oh, did he cancel it?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a move.
I thought Lifestealer got away, but no. Wow, that's not a good use. I mean, that is 180 seconds for anyone. Just another cooldown on black hole. So that is 3 minutes without that spell for.
And now Mog's opting to jump in. Interesting to take a fight now that the black hole is down, but I suppose everything else is up.
Big stun from Broccoli there. Honestly, saving
his
Lina for sure.
Holy Diver's still getting quite low though. The stun coming out from the side of Fabios. He does go down to Poddy. And Broccoli now going down as well. We're
wow,
just
this
that
run at the
number
lineup
of stuns is so strong.
Yeah. Did they have they seem so fast there on the side of the Radiant
drum.
Drums.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say the drums put in tons of work there, like running after the Lina. I thought Broccoli was going to have saved the Lina, but not quite.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting turn up by Morgs there, but actually, turns out he knows more than I do.
It does.
Down goes Koi. Koi, however, taking Immortal with him, so I think he's happy enough with that exchange.
Mm-hmm. And Earthshaker are going to be happy with that blink reveal there, like on the Lina with the ulti. That was pretty big. And he is just cleaving through these heroes. Like, he literally, like, before in that last fight, he almost killed the Viper from like half HP to 0, and same there, and then also doing the same with the support. It's pretty crazy. So
yeah, this farm speed with this facet is just Slugger is just crazy.
Yeah.
That ability to
Truffle Snout Cavan, not like this. Truffle Snout Cavan, Pog.
We see now Immortal going over dealing with Sia. I'm not sure you want to take that exchange, but I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think either hero can kill either hero, to be honest. But it's interesting to see that while Morgs and Fabios are doing great on their respective cores, the DK is not doing very well this game at all, so he's going to have to
Poddy is feeling deep here. They're going to dive a tier 2 tower for it, but they might just get it. However, we might see the Earthshaker here might have bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. They are diving tier 2s at 14 minutes into the game, so...
Yeah, that was a bit overzealous now. Thinking he was stronger than he was, especially with no ulti up on the Earthshaker. That's not really a play you can make. And also really well played by Broccoli there. Like, he got away on no HP and then also stunned and mana drained the Earthshaker in the fight and really stopped him killing the Viper. So well played there by
Poddy, why you bait me, man? That's what we see.
Which is really good for Cavan, honestly. Like, Earthshaker, once again, another one of those kind of momentum-based heroes. Like, if you kill him a few times when he's, killing your heroes across the map, he feels a lot less dangerous. So Cavan will be looking for those sort of kills.
Again, I think when he didn't have Slugger and his farming was a lot slower, that's the case. I don't know if it's quite as punishing as it used to be.
Maybe, but I mean, obviously he was farm most day, but I just think he's still very, like, if he's just running around cleaving and killing people, it's...
so you want to keep your momentum rolling.
Yeah.
100%.
So he is going Ags next.
Now they are still feeling strong. They're just kind of invading the map blind.
Black hole is back up, so they're probably trying to put pressure with that, maybe.
Okay. Cavan, however, poised all around their triangle. They are opting, they're pinging out on Poddy, looking for a kill. He is alone at the moment, so if they do go, it's a little deep. Does turn up with the Holy Diver. We do see the drop on Laguna, and it's over before I can even talk.
Good positioning by Holy Diver there. I don't think Undying was expecting.
Huge echo coming out there in Fabius, though. Down goes Holy Diver before he even gets into the fight.
Huge
now being caught, Morgs got just 2 in the black hole. Broccoli picking up a little. He doesn't even get the kill. He has to run. Ali's gonna pick him off, and I think we see him multiple.
They were just ready for the counter initiation there. That was huge by Morgs. Wow, well played by, and that is exactly like what we said earlier in the draft. Like, it is going to be, they have to get these huge team fight ultis and use them together, and that echo into the black hole there was a picture perfect. Honestly, that was sick.
Absolutely,
that was sick.
This is exactly what you want. Turns out, Poddy was baiting all along.
Exactly, yeah, master.
I think the
That was
stream is
really
gonna
well
die
done.
again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my bitrate's down to 3K.
Oh dear.
Do you want us to stop, or do you want us to keep going?
There's not much I can do.
Yeah, fair. We can go for another minute and then call it if it's not working anymore. We can cut the stream, you know.
I'll just see because it's on a delay, so it hasn't started buffering. So I don't know. Maybe Twitch has changed the resolution and it's handling it better or something. But we'll wait and see.
Okay.
Back up to 4 now.
I mean, if you do want to keep going, I can just throw it up. But either or. Oh, we're still up, are we?
Currently, yeah, but
at the moment, yeah. Okay.
No one's complained yet,
That's
but it's on a delay, so maybe there might be a section that's a bit framey.
Will we just keep going then, Connor, anyway, and then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So.
Cavan now opting to take over the bottom of the map. Haven't taken that mid tower yet, though. However, and by looks of things, Creep and Joyers are fairly happy to take the fight here. They are TPing everybody down. Cavan knows Black Hole is down and Echo is down. Morgs, however, doesn't really care, it would seem. Koi getting a decent amount of damage off that mech on somebody, probably Polly. Oh, Koi getting a lot of damage off here now, and actually this fight is not looking so good for the Creep and Joyers anymore. Immortal is going to go down to see it. Favios caught in the background, taking this fight without their ultis might have been the wrong play. Ali picking up 2, however, with that ulti, pretty big. Might stick around a little bit too long here, but doesn't.
I mean, what looked like it was going to be a 3 or 4 for 0 turned into at least a 3 for 3 for Creep and Joyers. I think that seemed like a very forced fight considering they had no Black Hole, no Echo Slam, but the Owly ulti at the end managed to pick off a few heroes to equalize it a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not really necessary
Echo,
though.
Fighting without Black Hole, no,
seems very
just let
forced
the tower
there.
go.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're coming up again in like 60 seconds probably, so you could just wait on that. But whatever.
Just poke a little bit. That's okay.
You do have to be mindful that this DK is not that farmed either, so like you can't really play into these fights unless you have and expect the DK to do a lot if you don't have your big ultimates up, you know.
Yeah.
And Seer on the Lifestealer is like progressing super quick now too, so.
Might be just a case of 2 good fights went really well and a little bit of overconfidence.
Yeah, for sure.
Forgetting those ultis are down on cooldown.
And you have Ags on Earthshaker now though, which is pretty big.
Black Hole is back up here now, but because the Echo Slam was used in that last fight, it is going to be down for the most of this fight. TPing in Morgs here with the Black Hole is going to come in. He's going on Koi. He does use the Black Hole on Koi by himself. However, Holy Diver is here. Uses Laguna on Owly, however. Koi is going to go down here. Oh, and now Favios, yeah, with the Ags coming in. Seer turns around. Big slow here. I think Favios can just jump out of this, though, and we don't want to overcommit. Seer, not a lot of mana. Holy Diver the same. Ali does get a little stun off there, Ravining, but I think this should just peter out.
Yeah, I think once Viper ult ends, you kind of have to run on Viper. Like, that is your main damage dealer. I mean, he did try to get away, but well played by Morgs to get the Black Hole there and doing a lot of work against these cores. So.
Yeah, at least they do get Koi out of the Black Hole, right?
Yeah,
he did get away after it ended, but yeah, this Earthshaker becomes so hard with Blinking Eggs, though. Unless you have Broccoli there.
Yeah, exactly. Really if he's not around to like stunlock this guy, it's going to be really hard to kill him. I agree.
And we see BKB coming now as well. He's just going to kind of be able to run around freely and not have much issue at all. Nice little block off there, but the rune is on the other lane or on the other side. Good idea.
Lifestealer just finished the S and Y, so it'll be interesting to see what he goes next.
And now after that fight on the bottom, they are not hunting quite as heavily. They are posing up all around each other, though. I don't know if we're going to see... We're going to take Tormentor and maybe smoke up or split up.
I mean, there's still 80 seconds on Black Hole, so I feel like they probably wait on that before they try.
Who have we got here? You're hoping not for the potty shard here, right? Everything else is good.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say it's not amazing either, but for farming, it's good. I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. It gives him a lot of his farm back. So
yeah,
he gets that Ags up pretty quickly. And he is, I mean, if you do look at the net worth graphs, he is so far ahead in net worth compared to the rest of the supports. So
yeah. This hero does farm super quickly. That is one thing on Zeus.
Who's he taking the farm from? That's the question.
Indeed.
Seer, now, what items have we got? He's gone Raddy.
Raddy, S and Y,
Blink, finished off an Enigma. No boot or no drum charges left anymore. Dragonite finishing off Yasha is going Sanj. Koi now finished Mage Slayer and Dragonlance.
They will take
Gonna go for the Hurricane
on
Pike.
Cavan.
Yeah, I mean they've got great shards on both. The Abaddon one is kind of meh, but
Exalina as well.
Any added damage is good damage, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And they do get the shard onto the Lion, so that's Magic Immunity while he's Spana draining, no complaints.
Yeah, which is actually great against the Earthshaker and stuff. One thing to say that this Enigma, who was top of the net worth for the first bit of the game, has dropped back to the middle of the pack now, so he's not quite the incredibly overfarmed force he was 5 or 10 minutes ago. So that's a good.
No longer sitting on a lane all by himself farming for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And Seer managed to keep himself ahead here though, which is
he doesn't have BKB on Enigma yet, right?
We may be about to see a big fight here. Morgs with the black hole ready to go. Fabius also with Echo Slam. They don't need it here to take out Koi, but they might be happy to turn around here if they do catch more.
Good restraint there on the Morgs Enigma.
Yeah, they want Seer or they want Holy Diver out of that black hole at least.
Yeah.
Fabius chasing around here. Broccoli does have the Glimmer Cape made, so he's able to get away. And honestly, that Glimmer Cape might be quite a lot.
Yeah, they're losing seconds on Dragon form now, so they got to be a little bit careful. I mean, it's still up for a little bit, I think, but if they don't fight now... Oh, Lena
it's
here.
Very hard to fight into this. Holy Diver does manage to get off. Big stun from Broccoli, however, doesn't get... Black Hole goes down. It does catch 3. Massive big Echo Slam. However, the Abaddon ulti does go off. Seer is caught and will go down. He doesn't... Oh, never mind. He climbs inside of Abaddon. Jojo Baggins, however, no longer has an ulti. He's going to try and run and buy as much time for Seer to heal as he can. He does get away.
It does seem like he gets out of here.
Koi respawns, TP's in. They have now got no abilities up, so...
They do, but
there's any chase left in the side of Cavan, however.
Yeah, that black hole just caught the lifesteal on the Abaddon in that fight. It was very, very close. But well done by Morgs. He almost died, actually, I think, at the beginning, but just stayed alive to get that out. So
they're doing extremely well on the side of Creeping Joyous to remove Holy Divers from these fights so early. Like, he's really struggling to have much of an impact outside of putting off a Laguna.
Sure. Maybe playing a little bit too far forward there. Like, he kind of knew they were looking for a fight. Like, the DK form was going down. They wanted this tower. So playing that close, like, if one of the supports got caught there, but he was able to throw spells in, I think it would have been fine. But the fact that he was the one who got caught was kind of tough for their team, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Cavan find themselves in a tricky situation where when Creeping Joyous have all those ultis up, they just cannot fight into them.
Yeah. Sure.
And so they dictate the pace of the game entirely based on those ultis, which is never a fun position to be in.
No, definitely not.
Seer, however, still managing to keep on top of the net worth. We are seeing Koi now having the issue that Viper has, which is that he just farms really slowly.
Yeah, and if you get behind early, it's really tough. But we did see a game with Koi last week, I think, where he had a pretty tough early game as Viper and then had a big comeback later in the game. So maybe he'll be able to have the same thing happen here.
Absolutely. He's finishing up his Hurricane Pike now, so at least he gets himself a bit of range.
Yeah. And he also is someone who has not lived very long in these fights. So if he can just have a little bit of escape, maybe things go a bit differently.
Yeah.
DK is recovering pretty well though now, which is good to see. Like, he was kind of low earlier in the game, but he's played a few fights pretty well and now coming back into it. So
yeah, I'm surprised, to be completely honest, that Seer is managing to stay ahead of him in farm as much as he is, considering how fast Dragonite farms. But I suppose with the speed and the amount that Creeping Joys are fighting, it's pulling him away from farming quite a lot.
Yeah, and I think the thing with DK is that, like,
prioritizing farm.
Yeah, but I think with DK you really need to hit those timings on, like, the Armlet and the Mask of Madness early, and if you don't, your farm is a good bit slower. And I think he died a few times, like, near the end of the laning phase from the Viper and stuff that maybe he shouldn't have, and that kind of slowed him down a bit. So yeah. I think that's what the big difference was for a while. But
Morg's going back to try and build that net worth up a bit. Holy Diver now climbing the net worth graph a bit though. And we really will see this Lena come into action once the Sea Blade is finished. I'm assuming that's where we're going to go next, but he's built Aether Lens, so that's the next logical place to go. And I mean, then at that point, Lena, as a hero, will just remove one of the heroes from the fights. And it's something to keep note of, because Enigma might find himself dead before it even gets to start if he's not careful.
For sure. We're saying that this Abaddon Ags will also be huge this game, like into the black hole and the Earthshaker ults, like it will do a
Yeah,
lot.
absolutely.
So, that's one that we'll be watching out for. And he is on the way to it. He has finished the Solar Crest. So.
Yeah, especially with Echo being kind of instanced damage. How much HP does Enigma have? Because Lena can quite happily do... Yeah, it might be a little bit much to kill Enigma in the burst. With the
Especially
pipe,
if he gets
at least,
BKB off,
but...
it's not happening. But
yeah, we haven't got the BKB ready yet. We are going to see a fight here around Roshan. However, side of Creeping Joys do have the advantage of being able to see them. Lena ulti going down onto Earthshaker. However, Black Hole straight down on Seer. He's kind of not dying. However, we are getting damage off now, and we will see as Zeus manages to get a whole load of damage into. Koi gets caught as he gets stunned and pulled out. Trying to focus too much on Poddy and his massive health pool. Earthshaker now picking up on Holy Diver. However, Favios is kind of just having his way with him. And that is 5-4-1.
Yeah, I mean, what looked like kind of they weren't. I wasn't 100% sure this was going to work out well for Creeping Joyers because their damage without the Earthshaker on the Lifestealer was kind of rough. Like we saw why the DK matchup into Lifestealer isn't amazing. Like he wasn't doing that much, but I think they just still had enough. Obviously, with 3 heroes plus the Black Hole, and then it kind of fell apart after that. And even after the Lina burst, they weren't able to kill the Earthshaker either, which is pretty big. I think if he goes down and Lina's able to do more, it probably turns differently. But
yeah. I didn't actually get to see there either, but I do wonder, did Rage go off before the Black Hole went down?
It's possible, very possible.
Did that cause a lot of the damage reduction? Okay. Yeah, I'd say that's why it didn't look as strong as it probably would have been.
He ran through the trees here, missed on dying, pop Rage around here, and got Black Hole here.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, everything's kind of just going the way the Creeping Joyers wanted to.
It is, and we're seeing kind of what something we also highlighted in Cavan's draft is that they have no real like person to just like run around in the fights on Cavan besides the Lifestealer. Like the Viper and the Lina both just want to play back, but like once the Lina ultis the Earthshaker there, they don't have another hero that's really gonna like jump in and like finish the job. You know what I mean? So they have to kind of just kill him over time. But if their heroes aren't perfectly in position, it's kind of tough. So I think they're suffering from that a little bit.
I mean, their front line is literally just Seer, because this current Abaddon doesn't really want to be frontlining either until he at least gets the Ags or some sort, because he's your sustain, he's supposed to be keeping you alive, but I mean it's a hard life as an Abaddon when your heroes are dying instantly before you can even land a Q, so
but if Lifestealer, starts living more later into the game, maybe this is fine. But just right now, it feels like Lina and Viper have to play a pretty similar role, and they're like their ability to like be dynamic around the fights is tough,
I'd like to see a pipe on the side of Cavan. I feel like there's a lot of magic damage on the side of Creeping Joyers, and I don't know. I doubt that they currently have one on Koi. Koi's up to BKB, so it's unlikely to build pipe at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to see one coming out on Jojo. I'd imagine he goes for Ags now pretty much straight away.
Yeah, I mean, maybe after the Ags if the game goes that long, but you're right. It would be good, but I think they also are correctly, I suppose, identifying that BKB is a really, really good item as well against Creeping Joyers. So, I know it's bad.
You get the time to get it off.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
That's the reality of it.
But if you do get it off and they whiff the slam or something, the fight is completely changed.
First BKB Black Hole.
Joy is ready now. All those ultis are up and ready to go. Favios maybe baiting. Nope. Instantly jumps onto Koi, stuns out. Ulti comes down, or Ags comes down by Zeus, and that is Koi just removed from the game. Doesn't matter how high your magic resistance is against all of that.
No, and like we're seeing why like low net worth Vipers are kind of just like can be feeds, and right there that's what it felt like. Like he's just so weak, if he does, especially if he doesn't get the pike off, like his HP is pretty low and his his general EHP is bad, so.
Absolutely. And now we see Dragonite doing what Dragonite does, which is just absolutely melt through towers. Koi or Holy Diver does get caught here as well. It's a massive black hole that does catch him as well. Jojo just going to heal through it for now, but they don't really care about him, to be honest. Seer now kind of man up, does climb inside of Immortal. Kind of just isn't taking any damage. Seer might just get to walk away, but he doesn't really. He's able to turn off Favios. No chase, however. He kind of just gets kited out. Poddy might be the next
also not taking very much damage here, though, which is worth seeing.
No, very true. Favios might get caught here. Does get very low. The Raddy will finish him off. Does stun when he lands as a dead corpse. Koi has finally respawned now, however. Immortal TPing out, they've got nothing to stop it. Morg's, however, going to do the same. Does he go down? I don't think so. So
Yeah,
two down for
that was
both
well played.
sides.
Like Morg's even without a BKB, knowing that without Lion they have no way to stop his TP there, which is crazy actually. Besides no Lion, no Lina, they have no stuns on Cavan. I think what happened there is, I mean, once we saw that the DK into Lifestealer matchup again, like DK, even though he could hit him for like 10 seconds, just couldn't kill him. And then the Lifestealer started lifestealing like crazy once he started hitting the DK. But yeah, again, with the Zeus gone, actually they lost a lot of damage, and then the Black Hole was using the Abaddon and the Lina, which I mean was good, but after that the Lifestealer kind of just like couldn't die. So it does seem like, looking at the fight, the way that went out, maybe there is a way. Oh,
signs of life for the side of Cavan. Morgul's got kind of low, but just not enough damage coming out just yet. They do keep their racks up, however, so...
But as you said, signs of life, like I actually think Lifestealer, if he plays the fights like that again, if he doesn't get Black Hold, it might be pretty hard for Creeping Joris to kill him. So
all heavyweights weighing on Morgs' shoulder this game.
Yes, indeed. And he's played fantastically so far, like no doubt. Like he's hit every Black Hole he's supposed to. So,
and we are keeping him up in the net worth again now. Another Tormentor coming out. You might see Shard coming out this time, I imagine, for Poddy.
For sure. Yeah. Is Roshan up?
It
should be, right?
Climb in Tombstone. Roshan is up in 3 minutes.
Okay.
It might spawn in 3 minutes, and then we'll find out the actual timer.
Okay.
Oh right, sorry.
So when it's red, it's might, and then when it
that's
goes
the Aegis just proccing there as well. Actually, it's just expired.
Okay.
Has turned his ready off.
He's trying to be sneaky.
I don't know why I thought they lost that Aegis.
And a DD rune here.
I mean, Lina is... Oh, here we go.
They do catch. It's a huge catch. Fabio's going to pop the BKB and does manage to jump out. He's going to turn around, having get the stun off of Sia. Does keep chasing down. Broccoli with a big finger removes him from the map. Tombstone is huge. He manages to... No, sorry, he climbed inside of it. Black Hole coming down to catch Holy Diver and Sia. Big drains coming off. Holy Diver getting very, very low now. Sia focusing on Poddy to try and get his health back. Sia now attacking the Tombstone. Is going to turn around and start healing very quickly against Immortal. Just not enough as he does fall down. Broccoli going low. Koi is now just pumping damage out, but is going to lose his life for it.
Yeah, what looked like a
long,
good...
extended, and very difficult to follow with jumping into and out of tombstones and people.
Yeah, I mean, that started perfectly for Cavan. Like, getting the pick on her Chicker is huge, and then the Viper was able to kite out the Enigma and kill him there as well. I think Lifestealer just living through the Black Hole was tough, but like we're seeing that. I mean, Dragon Knight actually doing damage to Lifestealer there, but without the Earthshaker, it is really hard for them to kill the Lifestealer right now. So I don't know. Honestly, I'm surprised that went as well for Creeping Joris as it did. It looked like it was going to go even worse. Because, I mean, I suppose even though we're not seeing the Dragon Knight do too much to the Lifestealer, we're also not seeing the Lifestealer do that much to the Dragon Knight. So until they have a solution for him, it's going to get tough.
It does feel a little bit like Seer is kind of just being chained from one person to the next, though. Without the Abyssal or Basher. Can we see, is Seer building Basher, or has he got Basher? Because it does feel like he's just kind of being kited back and forth.
No, I don't think
we've got no lockdown at the moment, so...
Yeah, the lockdown is poor on Cavan for sure. And we also saw a clutch Abaddon save on the Lina in that fight. I don't know if you saw, but like literally got Holy Diver out on like 10 HP, so that was really clutch by Jojo there.
Nice work. I'm sure Holy Diver is thankful.
I'm sure.
However, Holy Diver does nearly have his BKB up. These BKBs are going to be pretty big in these fights, so we might see a bit of a sway here.
But once again, it's worth saying, like, that is the perfect type of fight for Cavan. Like, the fact they get the Earthshaker straight away there is literally picture perfect. But any fight where that doesn't happen and Earthshaker's around within that Black Hole, things are going to be a lot tougher. So I wouldn't say that is too much of a resounding advantage for Cavan or anything.
And I think that Black Hole caught Steeler or Seer in Rage again there, so...
And it did
a huge amount of damage.
Yeah, he was in a creep.
Yeah, so he had the regen from that too, so...
Not dying. Now they are setting up. Poddy's getting everything ready. They know Roshan should spawn soon enough. Will it be the earliest spawn timer? Yes.
Seconds.
No. 30 seconds. Oh, they might hang around for a couple of seconds. Pretty much bang on timing though. Fair play to them for keeping track of that. That was like...
yeah, for sure.
He jumped into the bit as it hit the timer.
Yeah, if only there was like a bot or something that could do that for you.
Yeah.
Oh, big kill on the Viper. And Koi just having a really rough game this game, to be honest. Like his net worth, Zeus is probably going to overtake him in the next like 10 minutes on net worth, and yeah, just getting caught out a little bit there, unfortunately.
Where do you farm? I
I
suppose
don't
you do
know.
what Seer is doing, and you're just farming down in the bottom jungle.
Yeah.
Somebody has to take that sacrifice top, I suppose.
BKB
Yeah, and the thing is,
even
we're finding even with the break on the Dragon Knight here, the damage from Cavan to kill him is not that great. So like the break, I mean, it killed the Enigma in the last fight, but it doesn't seem like the Viper ulti is able to have the impact it usually has either so far.
He's just too tanky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do think though that this
Roshan,
this
yeah.
BKB on the Lina is actually a pretty big get because they've actually focused her a lot in these fights, and like she's just about died or just about got out a few times. So I think the BKB could swing that. So we'll see if Holy Dive is able to pop off a bit.
Do you
once
see BKB finished on Morgs as well now though? So
he's had that a while.
Survive. Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Alright.
But he does almost have Octarine, so that's also pretty big. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah.
This is going to get more and more consistent. I wonder will the Shaker go for cooldown reduction as well? He has it. Okay.
Oh, he does. Okay, yeah.
They're just going all out. Team fight. Nice.
Yeah, don't blame
I
them.
like it.
DK has also reclaimed the top spot on the board here, so I actually think he's played the last few fights really well. Like even though I know it's tough to kill Lifestealer as DK, like he's done all the damage. He's done a lot of damage to the supports. He's like just kind of sat there and hit the heroes he's needed to, and been really on the ball. I think like doing what he needs to in these fights.
If you're DK here, are you building Scatty or are you building crits?
What does he have?
He has his MKB finished, Mask of Madness, BKB, Sanjin, Yasha.
I mean, if it was...
He's going crits.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say you kind of just need damage, but...
Well, Daedalus will certainly do that. Holy Diver picking up the BKB. Does get it off just before the Echo Slam goes down, however.
Big
Black
black
Hole
hole
down
though.
onto 2 Magic Immune heroes. The Abaddon Ags here pumping out heals,
Yeah.
however. Honestly, might just win this fight for them. Fabios dropping low, does get ulted by Koi. Seer now chasing Owly, I think probably gets him here. No, the Yules goes off to keep him alive. Holy Diver chasing Fabios here doesn't get him. Fabios just with that crazy amount of escape, especially with Octarine now, there's just no captain.
What a hold by Cavan though. Really, really good high ground hold there. And I think the BKBs on Cavan showing up there, like Lina was BKB that entire black hole. That's what keeps her alive there. Lifestealer obviously just hard to kill, but the Viper high ground also putting in work there. I know we just said the Viper maybe wasn't doing that much, but sitting on the high ground when no one was able to jump him, he actually pumped out a ton of damage there. So
oh, and Putty does
Putty
fall
going
to Holy
down.
Diver actually.
Yeah, Holy Diver now doing Lina things, being able to run around the map and just one tap people.
Not being
So-
instantly killed helps.
Yes, it does. I think this BKB means a ton to Holy Diver now.
It just stayed up though, didn't it? We didn't see...
I don't think DK died, no.
We didn't lose the DK.
DK lost to Aegis, that's about it.
No, he did.
He did lose Aegis, okay.
Never mind.
Didn't even see that.
It happened in the background when...
So yeah, even bigger a fight than we thought. You know, take Aegis and getting a kill off there on JoJo is huge.
I don't mind Satanic on this DK right now either, but I do agree he needs like more damage if he's going to pierce through this Lifestealer.
I'd say he goes Daedalus, Satanic, I'd say.
Yeah.
That Mask of Madness has to turn into something eventually. Now we've got the Basher up on Seer though, so we might see him kited a little bit less. You have to be wondering now on the side of Creeping Joyers though, if you're trying to go high ground like that with an Aegis and it doesn't go well, is it starting to get away from you? That Ags on JoJo there just totally counteracting that initiation as well. The heal going off on Holy Dive was crazy.
Crazy. Like all those teamfight ultis, it completely countered them out super well. I mean, not super well played. I mean, you just click a button, but super effective by JoJo. One thing I think though, I think there's a way to play it. Like I think the issue, or one of the big issues in that last fight, is you played into Viper even though your BKBs were down. Like they continued the fight, but I think you just have to be kind of like what's the word, like strict about it and just say, okay, we'll fight in this high ground until our BKBs are gone, and then we just have to leave because you can't fight into this Viper high ground if you don't have BKB up. So yeah, maybe in the next fight if they're just a little bit more strict about that, or they try to pick the Viper earlier. Just all the slow and everything makes it really hard to play the high ground.
And they got a little unlucky as well. Like the chicken jump in Echo Slam came down just as Holy Diver popped BKB and Seer hit Rage, so they lost a lot of their burst.
Agreed.
Stunner addiction. Oh, Cavan champions.
Cavan have actually
feeling like they
scanned
might
them
be able to
here,
make
so
something
they
happen
know
here,
if
so
they
they have
know they're
found
here.
them.
Yeah, and this is a
I'm
pretty
not
even game now, like 6k net worth lead. for the to win the Division 2 regular season. This is pretty hype.
Yeah, I mean, both games have been really, really close, so I'm
Yeah.
thoroughly impressed with both teams.
DK changed to the Silver Edge here. I don't know if you just saw that.
In the pack. Oh, I see.
That's probably for the Abaddon, right? And then also the Viper a little bit. But I mean, it's a good combo
It's
item, right?
good against. Well, the Lifesteal Rage purges it, does it?
I mean, I'm not sure. BKB purchase break, but I'm not sure if Rage does. Probably. But what was I going to say?
Yeah.
I think it would be. Or it's a basic dispel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But
Rage is basic.
So if BKB does, Rage does.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But what I was going to say is that it's good against the Abaddon if he can't get his ulti off, and then also the Viper. But it also gives him a little bit of escape as well, because like they're just getting kited out by the Viper. So I like it. It's a damage item. It's a utility item. It does some good stuff against specific heroes.
Looks like Creep Enjoyers are gonna try and make something happen. They are all gathering together, pinging out Holy Diver, so they do know he's there. He might be a little deep here. Abaddon in the background is there. The Ags popped for Holy Diver as he does walk away. Zeus manages to track him there with his...
This is a good opportunity to try and pop this Abaddon.
Fabios pops the haste and does go in after him. He pops BKB, just TP straight out, so Jojo might pay the price for Holy Divers. Nope, manages... Yeah, he does, okay. Yeah, it's the stun off, and Jojo's kind of left to die. Sad life of the support.
This is what you kind of have to do though on Creep Enjoyers now though. Like I think you realize after that last fight that the Abaddon Axe is just too good against your like big team fight ultis. So you kind of just need to like poke and prod, see if you can kite him out early in the fights, and then reinitiate afterwards. I think that's probably the best way to do it if you can. But I mean, easier said than done. We'll see.
Yeah, because
into the lifestealer by accident.
That wasn't intended. He does find somebody. He gets the BKB pop off, and that's
and he goes down.
He dies. And it wasn't even meant for him.
It was a complete accident, yeah. Oh my god.
They seen the Lion Demon Warden and they just found a life stealer.
That is brutal.
Really good reaction times by Creep Enjoyers though to go on him there and like get all the spells off in time. That was sick.
Absolutely. That stun coming off. Seer didn't see it coming because they didn't see it coming either, so he didn't get his rage off. He just got burst.
I wonder will they run up now and try to force a buyback here. 70 seconds on Lifestealer. But
I was going to say on your point with the Abaddon as well, even if you can poke him to the point that his ulti gets procced, they lose the Ags.
Exactly.
Even if he doesn't die, Yeah.
Do they blink on this DK?
Only Dover, yeah.
Oh, they don't,
using that Ags to be able to just walk away. He's going to
be careful,
now,
yeah.
If you Fabios, he's only half HP. Immortal picking up Brock Lee.
DK picks.
So they are kind of just taking Cavan out one by one here. It's not what you want when you're trying to...
Ali is solo pushing the bottom rags.
He is, and he may pay the price for it. Broccoli TP in. He is hit by the Viper Strike, gets stunned up, and we are just going to see him melted. Yeah, maybe a little overzealous for the Zeus to be taking the racks,
did force the Lion buyback there, though, which is pretty big.
Absolutely. Possibly wasn't necessary, but...
Yeah, I would say definitely not necessary, but... will they poke here and try to get the Lifestealer buyback? It's probably too late, I imagine, especially without their Zeus, but we'll see.
He's going to fight back at least.
Roche may
Cavan do have
quite
a strong high ground.
Yeah.
So tough to push these.
AC finished on the
If there's
Viper.
anybody that's experts at how to throw high ground, it's us. So.
What'd you say, Dan?
AC finished on the Viper.
Cool, that's good. That's lots of damage just against the DK.
Keeps him in the game now, as well as, and almost as importantly, that neutral item he's picked up gives him a huge amount of magic resistance.
Yeah, that is good too.
Yeah,
is pretty good.
Lina.
Yeah, this is for the movement speed, but as well as the not to be underestimated, the cast cooldown reduction on Yashikaya is really strong for the Lina. 25% cast speed, especially with the LSA.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's like the link, is it?
Yes, that does what the old Mystic
Arcane
Blink,
Link.
Whatever it is, Arcane Blink.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So 9k lead.
I don't know anything about these items, Dan. We never get enough money to be able to buy them.
I don't play these heroes.
And somehow it seems like Cavan have the Roche. I would have thought that what you should have done on Creep and Joris is like when they were almost pushing high ground there is to go back and set up for the Roche, but they've kind of left it now. So Cavan are going to get the vision up there beforehand, which is a bit worrying.
I mean, I like to see this. If you're Cavan here, you've been picked off a few times. The fights have been kind of back and forth as of late, but they don't feel like they're trapped either, which is really good. Immortal now, though, Invis does find Holy Diver. Might get a little bit more than he intended here, however, because the entire side of Cavan is nearby. Seer
Big
jumps
disarm
inside
from
of him,
Seer, though.
does disarm him for the entire duration of it. This Dragonite, however, is just so unbelievably tanky. They do find the Enigma, though. Morg's just managing to TP out. Huge Echo Slam coming out here that does take Holy Diver and Broccoli with them. Koi having to pop the BKB, managing to drop around. Immortal in the background's managing to catch out Holy Diver in the background. Zeus finished off a Wind Waker, just disappears as if nothing ever happened. Earthshaker jumping in and out here. Koi is going to go down. Never mind, gets health back from Seer ulti, who's going to pop back in again. Poddy just stealing strength left, right, and centre. Fabius does manage to help get the kill on Koi as he goes down.
Enigma is running back up here with Black Hole, by the way. He still has it.
Enigma respawn coming in. Jojo's managing to get away just about with that invis. Seer going to go and try and commit onto Poddy here. Does get found up by Immortal, and down goes the Black Hole. There's no rage here, and we see how much damage that Black Hole does do. Manages to jump inside again. Does disarm him, going to heal up a bit, but he is surrounded by 4 heroes now. This Lifestealer is just gaining health, and there's a lot of very tanky people around him that he really does.
Okay, it is literally 1v5. Okay, he has to die
now
here.
Maybe alone is going to get broken. Doesn't have the rage and is going to drop. Well, it was a long, drawn-out fight, but
it was. Which is,
really,
but
really
that's what they want on Creep Enjoyers, right? Like they want the Abaddon ulti to go down and let them use their abilities afterwards. And I think, honestly, I think Immortal played that fight super well. Like he danced around, did the initial damage to the Lina, went back on the Lina, like went around the Abaddon ulti. I don't know, really, really well played by Creep Enjoyers there.
And that
against
humongous Echo Slam from Fabius that just kind of wiped Divine or Holy Diver out of the fight.
Yeah, really good.
We are going to see them starting knocking on the door here. Seer needs to be careful he doesn't get caught early because Holy Diver's not up for another 80 seconds. And has bought back here from Holy Diver, so.
But I'm not
Seer,
sure. I'm not sure they can kill Lifestealer without Black Hole. Like it seems like he's just too tanky and hard to kill now. So that's one thing.
Exotic Shield. They are going to do a little bit of commitment here. Broccoli getting a decent stun off. However, Fabius is going to get on top of him. Does manage to go inside of the Tombstone. Is BK bead. Down goes the Abaddon ulti for Jojo Baggins. He's going to heal people up, and down goes Fabius, so they lose out on the Earthshaker. Black Hole back up again, does manage to get Koi and Seer in it. Immortal pumping out damage onto Seer. Seer climbing inside of him. He's going to disarm him and start healing up. Jojo is just pumping out heals left, right, and centre. He is going to go down possibly for the sacrifice. Seer going to kill Owly in the background. Does turn around now and start slamming into Immortal. Over the top side, Poddy is dying to Koi. Seer is kind of
need to go kill these supports.
Neither of them are to help him. Broccoli is going to go down now to Immortal. Poddy does go down to the after effects of the Viper. Seer now going back and forth between Immortal and Morgs. He's going to have a tough time to kill them both. Immortal getting a huge amount of damage off here. Does jump inside of Morgs, however. Morgs going to try and TP out. Manages to jump outside, however, he's gone. So that leaves Immortal by himself, and Seer is just going to get to walk away. They really struggle to kill this Lifestealer without the Black Hole.
I think that's what, and it's funny, you watch the Dragonite in the Black Hole, he like hits the Lifestealer, he's like, oh god, I can't kill this guy, and then he starts hitting someone else, he's like, okay, wait, but now I can't kill this guy either, and I'm like, I might kill the Lifestealer, and he goes back to the Lifestealer, but honestly, I think he has to be the last one to die on Lifestealer. Like, Dragonite cannot spend half the fight hitting him when he's not going to die, so then he should just kill off this Viper and the Lion and the other heroes, and then kill them with, like, kill Lifestealer with Earthshaker alive, because otherwise I actually don't think it's happening. But I mean, they got the buyback there
as well, because they're being split up a little bit here. Where Seer is obviously his priorities right now are to try and get rid of the likes of Morgs, try and get rid of the likes of the Immortal Dragonite. But whereas his supports, they're trying to kill Poddy, trying to keep themselves alive in the background.
Yeah, for sure. But they did get the buyback on the Lifestealer here, which is huge.
Finished off a Holy Diver here, which this might just be enough to remove Enigma from the fight altogether.
Wow, yeah, maybe.
I don't know if you heard me, but I was saying Enigma has refresher as well. He popped it in that last fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was way too short on Black Hole, so that makes sense.
And he's obviously got the 25 talent, because that's a lot of icons.
Yeah. He's going for Ags next on Enigma, which will actually do a ton. But yeah, 22k, 21k net worth lead now for Creep Enjoyers. So that last fight, even though it kind of was a little bit, kind of even. Earthshaker died, but the buyback's really costing Cavan here.
Everyone's getting
Viper ulti, I don't think going down on Dragonite, though. I think it went down on Earthshaker, which he does die quite early in the fights, but I feel like at this point in the game you probably need that. Like, that might be the difference between these fights, is if they get that break off on the Dragonite.
Yeah, they're really lacking the lockdown here though on Cavan though. Like they need, if they're gonna break the Dragon Knight, they also need someone to hold him in place for like 6 seconds while Lifestealer's gonna kill him. But right now they actually don't have that, you know.
Scythe
So
of Ice on Koi could be nice.
maybe. I mean,
He's going to become a what's it called? Thingy hero, not strength, not.
Universal
Hero shortly. So yeah, Scythe will actually have.
Yeah, they just need to be able to, if they can kill the other heroes first and they can get Lion in plus the break, that seems good, but otherwise it's really hard for them to...
I'd say this Refresh Shard will go over to the Earthshaker now shortly, and then...
Yeah,
did they leave
Refresher already?
Body has it.
He has Refresher
okay.
already, so
I suppose there's no point in putting on anybody else anyway.
I mean, Zeus ults, do they...
There are. He's Refresher on Zeus as well? Oh my god.
So rich.
Yeah,
he has Wind Waker, Ags, Refresher.
No wonder he's pushing fucking racks on his own.
I love it.
Yeah. He's a very rich Zeus.
Going damage. Holy Diver now doing a little bit of poking on the top lane. At least somebody's trying to shove some of these towers out. Side of Creeping Joyous, however, are going to try for that last bottom rack that has stood for so long. Can we see his Koi? He's 1 level away from 24. He is starting to attack very fast now. These heroes can start to get a little scary. Well, Ag's finished there on the side for Immortal. He does get hit with the E-Blade stun. Laguna out. Zeus ulti goes down. It's a massive 3-man black hole. These BKB, they can't stop it. Poddy's on top of them. Tombstone goes down. Immortal got a little low there, but they do lose their support. Holy Dive managed to get the BKB off in the black hole, so he's going to live through the Refresher. Koi does go down, however, now so does the Abaddon. Seer left alone here. There's just nothing there to keep him alive anymore. And that might be all they wrote. Immortal going to chase down Holy Diver.
Two diebacks on the Viper and the Lifestealer. Huge, like Morg's just putting the team on his back there. The 2 clutch black holes, and they just couldn't survive through the damage on Cavan.
Absolutely huge. Now I don't know whether we'll see a GG come out from Cavan, and they're not fond of that play, but Holy Diver being left to try his best is going to take quite a lot of damage here. The E-Blade can't help him, and there we go. They do.
Wow, what a hype final fight! The 2 clutch black holes from Morgs. Wow. That was incredible.
We said at the beginning that team fight was what they were relying on, and they delivered every single time.
They fully did. Fabio and Morgs in this early mid game just dominated. I mean, Morgs the entire game, and then DK came in later in the game and played great too. But wow, the team fight execution was just fantastic from Creeping Joyers that game. And this Viper pick, I would say, not really working out the way it wanted to on Cavan.
Yeah. I mean, it felt like it was supposed to have more of an impact, but actually in the end... I feel like Creeping Joyous got ahead so fast that the Viper never really had a chance to get into the point where he's supposed to be dominating.
Yeah, and they just struggled for lockdown on Cavan champions too, for sure, the whole game.
Absolutely. So we do see the top seed of Division 2 determined.
Yes,
Creeping Joyous is going to take that top bracket.
Yeah, Cavan got to feel like
taking second seed most likely.
They lost out a bit today. Well played by both teams, but Creeping Joy is deservedly taking top of the table after that one, I have to say.
Absolutely, they played absolutely brilliantly.
They did indeed.
Thoroughly impressed. Thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you for my co-caster Adam for joining me, and of course the Master of Observation, Master Malou.
I do what I
can. Sorry for any technical difficulties earlier, by the way, but we hope you enjoyed the stream.
Hey.
Alrighty, take it easy.
You gotta stream, you filthy animals.